me chillin', and you will hear about the eliminating of the negative and an accent on a positive.
Gather round me, children, if you're willing, and sit tight while I start reviewing.
Test.
Attitude of doom.
Is this thing on? Oh, yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast, The Joyful Frugalista, and now here's your host, Serena Bird and friends.
Hello, Frugalistas. Today I have a very special guest. In fact, he's a guest that you will know him as soon as you hear his voice. In fact, he's already introduced himself. Welcome, Joseph McGrail-Baitup.
Wait a second. Wait. Mm-hmm. Lord Joseph McGrail-Baitup.
Lord.
You want my full title?
Sure.
All right. Lord Joseph McGrail-Baitup of Glencoe and Dunnan's Castle.
Well, I'm not sure that I'm really going to quite remember that. So can I just say Joe?
No.
Right.
Lord Joseph.
Lord Joseph.
Or Lord Joe. That's fine.
Lord Joseph. What's with the Lord?
What's with the Lord? Well,
what's with the Lord?
I actually have some land in Scotland which was handed down through the family.
Through the family?
Through the family, yes.
Ah, how big's the land? Is it like a castle? What are we talking about?
Well, it's big enough. It doesn't make much money, but it's big enough.
So how big is big enough?
Big enough.
Big enough. Like, what are we talking? We're talking like big enough to have 500 head of cows, or
well,
we're talking about...
You could.
You could.
You could. Be very crowded, but be good.
We're talking like a toilet cubicle space here, or an apartment block, or...
How about I leave that to your imagination?
Okay, we'll leave that to your imagination. Well,
but one thing I actually want to say to your listeners today, although we don't condone drinking as such, well, I suppose, I like having a bit of a drink every now and then. You've already said it once in this podcast.
Yes.
I think, if everyone's having a cup of tea or a Coke, or if you are actually drinking alcohol, anytime Serena actually says the word so...
I'm just repeating you.
Have a drink.
It's a game.
So, listeners, I should explain. So, I'm here with Lord Joseph, and I'm already...
That's two.
With my husband, Neil, a.k.a. the technical officer guru, editing guru.
Sound man.
Who gets mighty pissed off about the amount of times...
You can't say that.
Well, he gets very annoyed about the amount of times that I say that S-O word, and often he'll be like waving his hands at me and saying stop. So Lord Joseph has taken it upon himself to enact some kind of punishment. Anyway, so moving forward... I can't even keep a straight face now. Let's talk about archery.
Archery, yes. Yes. What a great game.
It is a great game, but not just it's a great game, but you actually are a Guinness World Record holder. And I know because I was there when you got that.
Stop it. Yes, I am actually a world record. Guinness World Record holder.
Yes.
For the actual title is the fastest time to shoot 10 arrows from an 18-metre distance into a 40-centimetre target.
I was nearly going to start a question with an SO, but I stopped myself. This is working. So
5.
How long did you practice for?
Probably around about when I found out that I actually had the okay to go for it. It was June, July, and I had to actually do it in November. So it wasn't long at all that I had time to practice for it, but thoroughly enjoyed doing it. I've only been in the sport since 2018, from August. I did it last year in 19, so there's one for me.
There's one for Joe. Lord Joseph.
You can have a big drink for that one. What was I saying? Yes, it hasn't been long since I've been in the sport. It was about 12, 15 months that I was in the sport for before I actually tried it.
So why go for
6.
Why go for a world record holding attempt?
Why not?
Why not, indeed? Why this one? Like, why? I'm sure everyone in your team has probably been there for various amounts of times. There's probably teammates who have been there longer. Why were you the only one who had this idea?
Because I knew I was never going to be going to the Olympic Games. I knew I was never going to be what they would call an elite archer. The point of this was doing something different. So I turned to the Guinness World Records book, and I actually looked up archery to see if there was anything I could possibly try. And that one came out. Obviously, there's some other ones that were there. Highest score for 24 hours. And I thought, well, I can't really stay awake that long.
Not even with lots of Diet Coke and coffee and tea or anything else.
Probably, but I'd probably be spending most of that time in the loo.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And I must say, I was very relieved as someone who was there that not that you didn't spend all the time in the toilet, but that you weren't doing a William Tell type thing with apples and people at close range. It was fairly safe, the environment. As a spectator, I didn't feel like I was going to be hit by a random stray
Well, it would be
arrow.
pretty unlikely you were sitting behind me.
Just pointing out the obvious.
But no, it's been a wonderful ride, that one, and actually getting the actual certificate that was the pièce de résistance.
It was quite a big fuss.
It was.
It was a big deal.
It was.
It's a big deal for Canberra
And me.
and for you. You were in lots of photos.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I even got to have the certificate given to me by 2 of your friends,
Being,
Gordon Ramsay, MLA,
yes.
and also
Tara.
Tara,
Yes.
MLA.
Yes. Exactly. I have lots of friends.
Isn't it funny? When you get initials after your name.
Yes.
Mla.
Ma, I never thought about that.
Oh, I suppose I'd be Lord Joseph McGrail Bateup, GRWH?
Can you say that with a Scottish accent?
No.
Moving along, and notice I didn't say the SO word.
What's that word?
It doesn't exist in my vocabulary anymore, apparently.
You've had
You
6
have-
drinks so far.
You have another title, another really important role you play in the community. And it's a very loud role too.
What?
Mm,
When?
you do.
Oh, were you talking about that one?
Yes, that one.
The oh yay! Oh yay! Oh yay! My lords, my ladies and gentlemen. Are you talking about that one?
That's indeed that you are the Australian Capital Territory and the Queanbeyan town crier. And we don't have a bell here today.
No, it's in the car.
It's in the car. It's not
I
very
think-
useful in the car.
Well, in this small apartment, I think you'd have people kind of knocking on the door going, what the hell is happening? And
Who
you
let
know-
the town
you know-
crier in?
You know what I would say to them?
What would you say to them?
I've been playing the So drinking game.
I've stopped. I'm doing very well, thank you very much.
Actually, that's 2 drinks from me then, too.
Lord Joseph, with all the other titles that I'm not going to remember to pronounce, actually presided over our wedding in terms of the emceeing for the wedding. And I must say, everyone kind of got a bit of a shock because they sort of thought it was just going to be a very casual country hall kind of wedding. And the next thing, you arrived down the road with this giant big bell running in front of the horse and buggy.
Yep. Big plume.
With a
Yep.
big plume. And which tartan kilt were you wearing?
On that day, I was wearing the Australian tartan.
The Australian tartan.
The Australian tartan. The brown one or the orange one.
The brown or orange. It's a funny choice of colours. It's not green and gold.
Well, you know, the desert is orange.
That's true.
That's what it's part of.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Oompa, oompa, oompa-dee-doom.
Let's not go there. For listeners who are not in the know, and you wouldn't be in the know, and I wasn't even going to go there, but for
But now
Lord
you
Joseph,
have to.
and now I have to. When I met my lovely husband, Neil, for the first time, his thoughts were not, oh, wow, what a stunner, love at first sight. It was rather, oh, she looks like an Oompa Loompa, which he later actually did tell me before we were dating. Anyway.
That's very romantic there, Neil.
Don't follow Neil's dating advice ever.
Oompa, doompa, doompa dee.
Anyway, moving along. So let's talk more about tartans. Not just Australia has tartans. There are other local tartans as well. That's right.
There are. How did you know that?
Because I've seen you wear a few, not just the Australian one, but particularly a very striking picture of you wearing. I'm not going to go into what might or might not be underneath the tartan. I'm just talking about the general outside appearance, about a certain Queanbeyan tartan kilt.
Would you believe that would be called the Queanbeyan district tartan?
The Queanbeyan district tartan.
Yes.
Could you please tell our listeners a little bit about what this kilt looks like?
Okay, well, there's two ways that you can actually kind of know what the tartan looks like. And the first way would be going to my Facebook page called Lord Joseph Town Crier. Hang on, what is it? Yeah, Lord Joseph Town Crier Queanbeyan.
Right.
Now, it's a blue tartan.
So it's not brown and...
No, it's a blue tartan. The blue actually represents the water, the Queanbeyan River.
Ah.
I thought that was brown.
Go back to sound mixing, Neil.
It is very pretty.
Weren't you replacing him soon?
Well, he did say I look like an Oompa Loompa.
I think it's time to replace him.
He's a keeper, though. He does the editing really well.
Yeah, well, that's about all. And, of course, we've got the colours of the Queanbeyan flag.
Yes.
And also the crest of Queanbeyan as well. So the colours of the Queanbeyan flag, you've got the green, the white... what else was there? Green, white, red, and yellow. It's really weird. And white.
And white.
So that's the actual colour of Queanbeyan flag.
It's very distinctive, I must say. And actually, I had no idea that there was so much symbolism behind the colours.
Absolutely. Like the white, for example, is the border of that borders Queanbeyan from Canberra, and also depicts the gateway to Canberra from Queanbeyan. You're looking very serious.
I am looking very serious.
And you just said so twice.
Oh.
And I said it once.
Cheers!
Thank
you. And here was me thinking, oh, wow, I've been doing so well with this.
Nope.
No. So, oh.
There's another one.
The design process.
It's about 10 if you're listening.
The design process for a tartan.
Okay, so...
See, it's not as easy as it looks.
All right. I went to a place called House of Tartans in Murrumbeekman.
House of Tartans.
And Betty there has been absolutely fantastic. I told her these are the colours that we want.
So you had a role in designing it?
Yep, co-designer.
Co-designer.
So. See? See, so.
You're worse than me.
Yeah, but guess what? They've taken a lot of drinks now.
Cups of tea or coffee, maybe.
Whatever. Take your fancy. Could be water. Betty. She took the colours that I wanted. I actually said that the main colour that I want through this is the blue.
The blue.
Maybe green for algae, I don't know.
Go back to your mixing. The blue was the main colour there for the river, which is nice and blue in Queanbeyan. Thank you. And I asked her to make that the base colour, and it's come out just so lovely. So lovely, but I can say so lovely. That's not
technicality.
No, it's not starting a sentence with so.
I don't know that we had any rules. I will let that one go until the next time. I'm being stared down here. Moving along.
There's another game. Moving along.
I'd like to talk about your acting. Why do you like acting so much, and what got you into acting?
Acting is something where you can be someone else.
You don't like being yourself?
I love being myself, but I'm always... I'm an extrovert.
I would never have guessed.
Unlike yourself, who's an introvert.
Totally not.
Especially Neil. Hey, Neil, how you going over there?
I'm over here.
My daughter's actually an introvert with extrovert tendencies, aren't you?
Not really quite sure how that's kind of possible, but
No, it is.
She's nodding.
Put your headphones on for a second, Audrey. I'll talk to you. Let me just move this over here for a second.
Hi, guys.
This is my daughter, Audrey. Now, she is what you call an introvert with extrovert tendencies. What does that mean? Do you know what that means, Audrey?
Nah.
All right, what that means is that because she's an introvert, she's very, very quiet. Closed off, just like that. But she can actually appear to be extrovert with people who are extroverts.
It's all an act.
Audrey is naturally shy but likes acting, and there's a different side of her that comes out. Is that right? That's how you describe yourself?
Basically, yeah.
You love acting as well.
Uh-huh. It was fun.
I saw Audrey perform in a production of Grease last year. And once we worked out who she was, because it was pretty hard, I must say, because there was a lot of girls wearing similar outfits, and we were a little bit far back because, I'm frugal, so.
Which reminds me, did we actually introduce who Audrey was? And Audrey, in fact, is Lady Audrey McGrail-Bateup of Glencoe.
But you don't have to call me that, it's fine.
You sure I'm not going to get fined and stared down?
You might, but not by me.
By Proud Dad, maybe. So, we are a blog here, or my blog.
Guess what you just said?
Cheers!
My blog here, or my podcast here, a central theme, and I'm trying not to laugh now, you're all giving me hell. A central theme here is frugality, obviously, because I'm the Joyful Frugalista.
I thought it was to have a drink.
Well, you can have a drink of Coca-Cola, because I know you
Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola, because I know you don't even drink.
I've got some scotch up there you can have with that.
So, Lord Joseph, frugal tip.
Cheers.
Cheers!
Frugal tip.
Oh, you want a frugal tip? Ask for discounts.
Ask for discounts.
Yeah.
When and where?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Supermarket?
Why not?
Do you often ask
You might not get it at a supermarket, but you can ask.
Do you often ask for discounts at a supermarket?
Not at a supermarket, no, because I know I'm not going to get one.
Don't ask machines either.
Don't ask machines either. That's a good tip.
They won't work.
They won't work, because he tried that too. Does he
No,
randomly talk at machines and ask for discounts?
I actually thank them.
You thank them.
Yeah.
That's
thank
good.
you for shopping at. I said, you're welcome.
You said you thanked them.
Sorry. Well, no, I say thank you. You're welcome.
Where is the last place that you've successfully been able to ask for and receive a discount? And how much did you get?
On a cruise ship,
On a cruise ship.
I got 2 canvases instead of $79 each. $55 each for 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got 2 free, as well as the 2 free things that come with them, the 2 small prints. I actually got 2 other ones for free as well.
And did anyone else around you ask for discounts?
No.
It's interesting.
I know.
And what did you say? Like, what are the words? What does Lord Joseph say when he's going up to someone to ask for a discount?
Well, for that particular one, what type of deal could you do for me?
And so it wasn't rude, it wasn't aggressive, it wasn't nasty?
No. If you're in something like a place, I don't want to really mention names, but if you're in a place that sells electronics, stuff like that, what's the best price you can give me?
And what do? They just give it to you straight away, or they ponder a bit?
They go to the computer and they go...
Do you think it's real or fake?
No, it's real. They won't show you what's on there. But they look up the price and then they go, well, the best we can do is this. And then I'll try for a little bit. Oh, can you do a little bit better? Oh, our cost price is this, but okay.
So it works.
Yeah.
I'm so taking you shopping with me, and I said the SO in the middle of a sentence, so it does not count.
You've said it about 4 times then. Cheers. Hey!
I am taking you shopping with me next time. I want to get a good deal. So thank you very much.
So, there's another so.
Thank you, Lord Joseph.
You-
So this is the end. Thank you for being on.
Lovely.
Peace out.
P.S. Lord Joseph is hoping to go to England soon. Is that right?
I am. I
Joe?
really want to go, Lord Joe. Lady Serena?
I'm a lady now. That's
Well,
good.
no, you're actually not because you haven't got a piece of land.
I do. It is
Just not in
just not in Scotland.
Yeah. Yes, I want to go to a town criers competition.
A town cries competition.
Yes, it's the 2020 championships for the Ancient and Honourable Guild of Town Criers.
In addition to being a Guinness World Record holder, you also want to be an international town cry champion.
Who wouldn't?
Fair enough. So if you'd like to support Lord Joseph and see him go to England, he has a GoFundMe page and he would love your support. To see us out, I'm now going to ask Lord Joseph to give us a proper town crier's farewell.
Oh, farewell.
Well, a welcome will be fine. Something interesting.
Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Oh, yay! My lords, my ladies, and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to the Joyful Frugalista on your podcast.
Huzzah.
No huzzah, that's...
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
Oh, listen to me, chillin' Anna.
You've been listening to the Joyful Frugalista with Serena Bird. She actually likes everybody. And of course, sound has been by Neil Hadley. And myself, I'm Joseph McGrail Baitup.
You gotta accentuate the positive feeling. Mine ain't the negative. Latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between.